Hey everyone! With the Destiny patch coming up soon, Demon Avengers will be significantly buffed. Especially after the post-Destiny balance update, DAs are one of the strongest classes in KMS right now. I suspect that a lot more players in the coming months will be trying out Demon Avengers, either as a main or bossing mule, so I'm making a gear check video detailing what gear I have, what I'll be working on, as well as some general tips on how to gear a Demon Avenger. So just gonna start going over my gear. At the top here, we have a superior Gallic string. This one has 21 stars, 20% drop rate, 2-line HP. Not the greatest. I actually tried numerous times on making a spare 22-star sub-ring, but they've all boomed so far. And until I make that, I'm probably going to keep this at 21, and I'm not going to roll the potential on it. I'm probably going to roll for 3-line HP once I get 22 stars on another superior ring, and this one can just become drop gear or meso gear in the future. Here is a 21-star Guardian Angel ring. This is a fairly new equipment. It is part of the boss accessory set, which I have three pieces of. It will be part of that new Dawn boss set that I think most people will choose that set instead. This one is 21 stars with 3-line HP, actually 2-line prime. This is actually the only gear I have that's at 3-line with 2 lines of prime. Next one is a 21-star reinforced Gallic ring. This one is one of my first 21 stars. Again, I mostly keep my gear at 21 stars. It's at 3-line HP, so I have to get this to 22 stars someday. Luckily, I have some spares. It didn't take too many booms to get this to 21 stars, so hopefully it goes smoothly. Lastly here, I have an 18-star Endless Terror. There are a few reasons why I kept this at 18 stars. It's because I have quite a few pitch boss pieces actually that, well, I can't really equip right now, or they have boomed already. An 18-star Endless Terror is actually equivalent to about a 21-star Kanas ring or a 21-star Meister ring if you count the pitch boss effect. And obviously the more pitch boss pieces you have, the better this Endless Terror is. I've also 3-lined this as well at 30% HP, so it's actually considerably stronger than a 21-star Meister ring or Kana's Treasure with 2-line HP. This is a Cursed Yellow Spellbook. This one has a tier 6 HP and tier 5 attack. For those who don't really know how to gear Demon Avenger, you actually don't look for percent all stat because that doesn't affect HP. You basically just look for tier 6 HP with some sort of attack. Any attack is fine. Even no attack is okay if you're on a budget. Obviously tier 7 HP is ideal, but that's extremely hard to get, so tier 6 HP with some attack is generally what you're going for flames on a flame advantage equipment. Coming over here on Superior Pendant, this one is 18 stars. So funnily enough, I tried many times to get a 22-star Superior Pendant. It's boomed at 21 twice so far. And the reason why I'm going for 22-star sub pendant so adamantly is because I really want a 21-star Source of Suffering in the future. For any non-flame advantage equipment, so all the Gullix stuff, you're looking for tier 4 HP as your flame. Tier 5 is obviously possible, or tier 4 with some attack, but those are quite rare, and I think tier 4 is honestly good enough. Notice my potential here is only 2-line, because until I 22-star the Superior Pendant, I'm probably going to keep it at 2-line. Here is a 21-star Dom Pendant as my other piece. This one will probably become some sort of fodder once I get a Source of Suffering. The reason why Demon Avengers use Dom Pendants is because Dom Pendants give 10% max HP as innately over a Sweetwater Pendant. Sweetwater Pendant is 160. It can give, better flames slightly, and I guess the stars are worth more, but at the end of the day, it's really hard to beat that 10% HP. So it's really, so Dom Pendant is usually the best in slot for Demon Avengers. Next, we have our Arcane Umbra Desperado. I used an anvil my Steel Genesis weapon to make myself look cooler, I guess. This one has tier 7 attack with tier 5 damage, so this is one of my best flames for sure. As a Demon Avenger, you're basically looking for the same types of flames as any other class. Looking for tier 6 attack with a good mix of damage and boss damage. Obviously, tier 7 attack is, great, but it's quite rare. My potentials are 35 boss damage and 2-line attack here with a magnificent 3% attack. So, the reason why I'm not really going for 3-line attack is because I'm going to be liberating in August. So, there's not much point to actually going 3-line on this, and I'll be saving the Meso instead to 3-line my liberated Genesis weapon. Here is a superior Gullick's belt. It's at 21 stars, 3-line HP, tier 4 HP is flame. Funnily enough, I think I boomed about 17 pink beam belts in order to get in order to father this superior Gullick's belt. Just for a fun fact. Okay, so here is my Arcane Umbra Knight hat. Realize that I have actually 6 pieces of Arcane Umbra. This is different from all the other classes in the game. This is because at 6 set equip, you get 30% max HP. 30% max HP is a lot of stat, and I think this is the general rule of thumb for Demon Avengers. I think a 22 star CR8 hat might be able to beat this, and in the future I will need a 22 star hat because when I liberate, I will need a hat again to get the 4-piece CR8 effect. But for now, I'm just using this. My potential here is 12 HP with 2-second cooldown. Again, not the greatest, but because I'm switching over to a CR8 hat in the future, I'm not really planning on working on this. If you can look at the flame, this is actually a tier 7 flame. So tier 7 HP flame on a level 200 equipment is 4.2k HP. I got really lucky with this one. I think this is one of my only tier 7 HP items. But yeah, I'm not really planning on working on this because I'll be working on a CR8 hat instead, or an internal hat in the future. Here is my 21 star Sweetwater tattoo, tier 4 HP, flame, and a 3-line HP as potential. Nothing too spectacular. I'm just waiting for Berserk at this point to try the 21 star. I'm not really trying to use that new H Lucid face accessory to try to transpose. It just feels like too much effort for not a lot of gain. It's just not really worth it for me. I'd rather go for Berserk. Okay, this is a 21 star Sweetwater monocle. I ambled it with an eye patch that I boomed. This is transposed with tier 6 HP and tier 5 attack. It is 2-line HP. The reason why this is not 3-line is because I'm kind of looking for another eye patch. My previous eye patch boomed at 19 stars. I got to 19 3 times, didn't make it over to 21 or 22, unfortunately. Just waiting for a second eye patch to try to 21 or 22 star. Okay, this is my CR8 top, 22 star, tier 5 HP, tier 5 attack. I think this is one of my only tier 5 HP items. I should really tier 6 it, but just haven't really found that much opportunity. This is 2-line HP. It's really hard to get 3-line HP on a top since 2-line hybrids don't exist for Demon Avengers. It costs like 17 bill on average or something like that to get 3-line, and it just doesn't feel worth it for me. CR8 bottom, again 22 stars, tier 6 HP, tier 5 attack with 2-line HP, same thing as top, not worth 3-lining in my opinion. This is a 19 star Arcane Umbra shoes, tier 6 HP, tier 6 attack, 2-line prime HP. I will try to 3-line this at some point, probably on the next cube sale, and 21 star during Shining Star Force event, probably in July or August sometime, but leaving this at 19 stars for now. My 21 star superior earrings, tier 4 HP as flame, Meso with 2-line HP. I might actually keep this with Meso just because I'll be farming on this character once they remove the Kishin spawn rate, so I would need some strong and metal gear that's strong enough. Might go for 22 star in the future, but not sure for now. Just gonna leave this at 21. 17 star arcane shoulder, 398 HP. Is the potential. It was at 18 before. I basically tried to 19 all my arcanes. This one didn't work out. Actually, never went to 19. I think I failed 18 to 19 like 9 times or something like that. So that was slightly unfortunate, but we'll get this up eventually. Same with this glove. It was at 18 star. Now it's back to 17. Tier 6 HP, tier 5 attack. Double crit damage potential with decent sharp eyes as the third line. Not going to try to really optimize this one to be 2-line crit damage with HP or 3-line crit damage. Just not really worth the money in my opinion. Okay, this is just an Alluroroid. Okay, so coming over to the last column, this is my gold demon emblem. 3-line HP, can't really upgrade this until I get Mitra's Rage. That will probably take a long time. I'll just probably slowly work on a Mitra's Rage. It's not that much of an improvement over this 3-line attack emblem. Crystal Vantage Badge. You can see interestingly that this Vantage Badge has one of those old flames. This is because I'm actually technically a day 1 reboot player. I made this Demon Avenger on day 1, but back then I didn't really know anything about the game. Especially, I played Maple as a kid, but when Reboot came out in 2015, I didn't really know what to do, and I didn't get the Ghost Ship Exorcist badge, unfortunately, because at the time this badge was actually stronger than the Ghost Ship Exorcist because the boss accessory set gave percent HP, so my range was more inflated as a result of this badge. So really unfortunate, but it's something that we live with. Metal, lovely memories from Maple Cafe. This was an event from last year. This is ever so slightly better than the 7-day Monster Parker metal, and it's because this gives more max HP. Also gives 10% IED, but I think it gives a little bit less attack. But overall, this is slightly better than 7-day Monster Parker, which is great because it means I don't really have to do Monster Park every day. This is a Rune Force Shield. It's 3-line attack. Got really lucky with this one. I think I only spent like 10 or 15 bill on this. I can't really remember. But way below average to get this 3-line attack. As you can see that my secondary and my emblem are 3-line attack. Once I liberate, I'm going to be trying to 3-line attack my liberated weapon to get 9 lines of attack. This is a 19-star Arcane Umbra Cape. Tier 6 HP, tier 5 attack, 3-line HP. Probably leaving this at 19, going to 21 on Shining Star Force. And lastly, this is a Glimmering One-Droid Heart. Not much to say. 3-line HP. This is one of the easiest pieces to 3-line. 15 stars to cap. It's really good. Yep, but that's pretty much it for the gear. And now if I can give some general tips for how to gear your Demon Avenger, especially as a bossing mule. So the most important thing is, as you can see, a lot of these gears, when you gear it up, it doesn't give you that much max HP. So if you can look here, at 19 stars, this gives you 100 strength, 100 dex, but it only gives you 255 HP. This is very little because generally speaking, the main stat to HP conversion is 1 to 22.5. So 255 HP here is only about 10 main stat or so, which compared to 100 strength that a warrior class would use is very little. And the reason why this is the case is because Demon Avengers have a different way to get stat, and it's with this skill called Star Force Conversion. And basically this skill converts how many stars you have and converts that to HP, and the more stars you have, actually the more HP you will get. So trying to get as many stars as possible is actually quite important for a Demon Avenger, which is why the lack of a Ghost Ship Exorcist or Sengoku patch makes it even more devastating for a Demon Avenger. But obviously, if you're just looking to be a bossing mule, I think 17-star everything is more than enough. But getting some sort of heart in the future might actually help you a lot to boost up this star number. Second thing is, as I've mentioned before, for your flames, you're looking for tier 6 HP with some sort of attack as your flame. You can go for tier 7 or tier 6 HP tier 6 attack, but generally those are quite rare and probably not worth it. Honestly, if you're just making a bossing mule, tier 6 HP is more than enough. Don't go for percent all stat, don't go for strength, they're just simply not worth it. For your Gullux gear and your non-flame advantage gear, tier 4 HP is more than enough. And you'll actually get it quite easily. You'll find that it's actually a lot easier to flame your Demon Avenger's equipment than it is for a regular class, even though the flames on DAs aren't as strong. Another thing to be careful of is don't go for 2-line hybrid potentials, because 2-line hybrid simply doesn't exist. You either have Demon Avengers only scale with HP, so you either have 2-line HP or you have 3-line HP. Percent all stat does not affect HP, so you should not go for 3-line HP as it gets quite pricey. I believe 3-line HP on an accessory piece is about 7.5 bill, whereas 2-line HP is under 1 bill. There is no 2-line hybrid option, so like most other classes or every other class basically. So your best bet is just going for 2-line HP and calling it a day. And lastly, if you're making a bossing mule, actually the boss accessory set is quite good. As you can see, at the 3 set effect, it gives you 5% max HP. At 5 set again, it gives another 5% HP. This is actually a lot better than most other classes, and so trying to take advantage of the boss accessory set might be pretty efficient for a bossing mule. Also, gears like Chaos Horntail Necklace, Dawn Pendant can give 10% max HP, so just be on the lookout for gear accessories like that can give you more HP, as this is the main stat. It's quite easy to stack HP if you know what you're looking for. Yep, so I hope this video helped everyone gear a Demon Avenger in the future. I hope Demon Avengers get stronger and more popular in the future. And yep, thank you for watching the video.